I think we started Diversify pretty early, and before that we were part of PDS. So we've always tried to be really engaged with what everyone was doing. But I will say we were struggling with staffing quite a bit. The first show that I went to with Diversify was your guys' Profit Summit in Orlando. And you had 2 or 3 people talk about staffing. And I think that was very helpful, the way you guys kind of framed that for us. And then we were really struggling with getting some of our clinical stuff off the ground. We had a new pharma PIC who was really into nutrition, but we weren't sure kind of how to leverage that. That's something we're still working on. But that same conference, you guys talked a lot about turning it into a subscription service and getting paid for those councils. And that has been really helpful. Our St. John's, our sister store, has really ran with it, and he's doing 2 or 3 hour-long councils a week, selling a ton of OTCs. So I would say just right off the bat, those were the first things I noticed in changing whenever we joined Diversify. You probably get this answer a lot. Bringing in tirzepatide and semaglutide from a good 503B made a big difference to us the last year. We did a ton of that business. We mail to Arizona, New Mexico, so we were mailing 5 or 6 hours away, tons of packages, made new relationships with doctors who are now sending us other compounds. So that was really helpful. Super exciting. I'm glad tirzepatide's back. Hopefully semaglutide will follow. So we noticed a lot of that, but the other thing is really just being able to engage with other pharmacies. The last summit, having the roundtables at lunch and sitting down and visiting with people, we heard about 2 or 3 compounds we weren't doing, and that made a big difference to be able to bring those in. We have doctors really excited about those. So I really think it's just the community aspect of it. That's, being able to hear what other people are doing and see how that works within your demographic is very helpful. Obviously, it depends year to year. The first year we joined was during COVID tests when you were able to bill without a prescription. And so I would say during that big hit, we did a ton of those. We saw a couple dollar increase on our margin per script. And I would say probably about the same thing with tirzepatide and semaglutide. It would be really hard to put an actual number on it, but it definitely helped our overall margin. And of course, cash flow, because it's all cash. You're not waiting for them to finally pay you back. Yeah, I would say so. It's always hard to gauge because everyone's working with different patient population, different insurances. So that always comes into play. But it's very helpful to see what other people are doing and kind of tailor that to fit what we're doing. I would tell them to take a look at their staffing and their buy-in, because I think that's always the most difficult part. Is we just went through a patch of being pretty short-staffed. We had 3 people leave at the same time. That happens. And during that time, it's very difficult to get things going. You might be getting great information, but not using it. Or if you don't have a couple drivers on your team, I think you need to resolve those things before you invest. You don't want to just be throwing your money away, but if you have people who are really engaged, it's very helpful. We all take something different from us. I do a lot of the programs, but we have Brittany, who's on our team, who does the inventory, and it's been very helpful for her to see the recommended KPIs and try to keep herself in line with those. The strategies that Lisa uses for managing her inventory, she has a course on Diversify that Brittany's used that's been very helpful. So if you have those people who want to improve and are really engaged, I think it's very helpful to have a resource to kind of turn to help you outside of your organization.